Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Every time. We don't actually have time. Speaking of time, none of it. We have none of it. So we have to skiddly deadly do. Hi, Rose. Thank you. Fuck this fucking green screen. Oh my god. Hi, Rose. Thank you for that tip this morning. Hi, Hector. I got it all barely by the hair on my chinny chin chin. In fact, I had to use both computers, but we got it. So that was a good case. Wenlaw, lovely to see everybody. Congratulations, John. I hear that you got monetized. Good job, buddy. You've always been a real YouTuber. I just want to point out, you don't need to be monetized to be a real YouTuber. Some of the biggest YouTubers aren't monetized in some ways, so just don't place all emphasis on money. You'll find quickly that YouTube Daddy don't like paying on live streams. But I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. We're going live. Fuck. Why am I doing that? We're literally gonna watch this live. I was starting watching it. Judge he's giving all of us the look of stern consternation. Hi, Howard. Stern consternation today, because we need to behave. Now, we don't know how long this will go. That's why we had to start so early, so we better get going.
So this is the anti-harassment calendar. What happens here today, you're here because you're asking for, or someone's asking for, against you, an anti-harassment or protection order of some kind. What's going to happen is both parties will get sworn in. I'll hear from both parties. Following that, I'll make a determination whether an order should be entered. In some cases, a temporary has been entered. The decision will be whether or not it extends for a year. In other cases, there is no order, and then I'll determine whether or not an order should be entered at all. There's some ground rules. Most of you, Mr. Leone is here with his client, Ms. St. George, but most of the other folks are unrepresented. Represent yourself, which is fine. But just in terms of ground rules, I want all comments directed to me. We are here because there's been a lot of conflict for some reason or another. And I don't want you speaking to the other party. I don't want you addressing the other party. I don't want you to interrupt the other party or interrupt me. And again, direct all your comments to me. If you have questions of the other party, you can ask me. I can relay them to the other party, and then we'll figure out where we go from there. You're going to hear a lot of things you don't like. You've probably already read a lot of things you don't like and disagree with, but you need to be respectful to everyone through these proceedings. And so we're going to start. Mr. Leone, you can bring your client up to one of the tables, and Ms. Is it Finkst? Is that how I pronounce your last name? You can come to the other.
Finkst.
And then I do want to tell you folks before we start.
Talk about YouTube. Talk about YouTube. Talk about YouTube.
I'll wait for Mr. Leone to come back up here. There was some things that were submitted late on the 30th, and I was unable to read those or see those. I think there was some video, and for whatever reason, our computer wasn't able to
Hi, Beverly.
decipher that. And so I don't, maybe you might need to explain that to me or what have you. Anyway, I'm just letting you know that for that late filing, I was unable to see, but I do see you have some still pictures there.
Sure. So, Your Honor, we submitted, along with my client's declaration, sometime we submitted them. Clerk's office said, hey, we can't pull things off of OneDrive with the link, so I submitted.
I'm telling you, I realize that, but I have been unable to view that.
And then we submitted these, and I can publish for the court with my laptop. I know my laptop plays all these files. It's just, I've gotten these.
You're not gonna do that, bro. Pause. Oh my God, his hairline, sir. I don't know what to do about that. I'm not a hairdresser. Adam, thank you so much. I love your support. I appreciate it so much. And like, if I were him, I would just shave his head, right? That's what I recommend. Just shave your head. Unless you have a really deformed head. I don't know. Maybe I should shave my head.
School district, Thurston County Sheriff, and my client's droid or.
And have you been able to see those things, ma'am?
Yes, as well.
All right.
I received a few of them myself. And also there's another one from the 30th. I don't know what that is. I am assuming though that it is the photos that he just gave me, that it's a video from that.
Yeah, and the photos that I just supplied, this was a rather recent actual violation of the temporary order of protection that my client has against the respondent. I did just give those screenshots to her. Yeah.
I have a very unpleasant day ahead of me, you guys.
And like I say, the declaration, for whatever reason, I couldn't open either. And I don't know why, when I'm at home, because I look at this stuff over the weekend, typically in anticipation on Monday. And sometimes when I'm at home logged into here, I can't always see stuff. So did you get a chance to see that declaration?
Meaning the one
That was
from,
filed on the
like the
30th.
original one?
No,
from
no, just the one, apparently one was filed on the 30th, which would have been
No,
last
I
Thursday.
did not see a declaration from.
Okay.
It's the same
Thursday.
declaration that was previously filed. Your Honor, just had a
Okay.
cover sheet on it.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
So you were going to say something, ma'am?
Oh, I was just pertaining to the, what he said about, what is it called? About when you do the thing, what's it called? Sorry, not a lawyer.
Well, do the
When
thing can mean a
when
lot of
you,
things.
break the rules in the protection order,
Yes.
that, I was just gonna say a statement about that.
Well, you'll have a chance
Okay.
to respond to that. So my understanding is I did, this was in front of Judge Buckley a week or two ago. And then I think he brought up the concept of, okay, he told me he said, well, I can just grant both of these right now. And then apparently that didn't happen. But and I read through all the stuff and I told you what I haven't been able to see, but I was going to bring up, an alternate thought that, if we can proceed to hearing and I can make decisions on both orders. I mean, this is kind of, when these cases come before me in terms of when they have cross petitions, sometimes ask the question, you both want the same thing. I'm not sure why I'm involved or the court's involved. I mean, you stay away from me. No, you stay away from me. I'm not the harasser. You're the harasser. So, and I think there's a lot of things to go around. And so Judge Buckley said, well, we can just grant both of these and go on your way, but, have an alternate proposal also. We can proceed to hearing, or we can just stop and agree to dismiss these without prejudice at the right now. and then just go on about your way and see if folks can behave themselves. In the alternative, if we proceed to hearing, and again, I've read all the texts, I think there's been some inappropriate behavior going both ways. And it's going to be really hard for me to find that one person's completely at fault and the other person is.
Did he say inappropriate behavior? That's my favorite kind of behavior. Hi, Mikey. Chuck, nice to see you too. Cellulite yoga pants. I love all of our little commands. Such a fun little place.
Is scot-free. And I just want to let everyone know that up front. So is that a possibility where folks can just act like grown-ups and walk away and dismiss these without prejudice right now? Or do you want to proceed to hearing when you both may end up with orders? And again, Mr. Leone, I'll hear from you first. And I just want to be fair with everybody, you know, and it's not to say I prejudged anything, you know, as I've told you, I haven't seen everything. I have read the text and I'm just going based on what I've read so far, and I'll give everybody a chance to explain themselves if you don't want to proceed in that manner, but what say you? And then I'll hear from you, ma'am.
Your Honor, we're in a place where we are asking to proceed. It's just that really, I'm going to address an argument, but I don't think the Ms. Collmore can meet her burden. And then the subsequent course of conduct that's been engaged against my client that's contemptuous and unlawful is absolutely, it's brought it to the point of having to ask the court to grant relief of 1,000 feet.
Okay.
In excess of her.
What is she doing? Hi, Casey.
Ms. Is it Pfingst?
Yes.
Okay. What say you?
So I fully do not understand a word he just said.
Okay, what he says,
But-
they want to go forward because they think
Okay.
they want an order.
I am completely okay with not going forward with either of them if the other person is able to just stay away from my children, myself, and my home.
Oh,
I
that's
don't need
unfortunate.
to
I was
do
hoping there was no
anything
children.
aggressive. I have multiple documents, photos, videos as well from that person.
Do you have them with you now?
Yes.
Okay, and then has he seen them?
No, these are all new. I
Okay.
just have.
Like I said, there's either agreement or there's not, and apparently there's not, because they want to go forward. So why don't you show him those, once you step back, you can give him the photos that you want me to see.
Okay.
We'll take another one of these cases, and then we'll come back and we'll take up this case.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
That's right. This is live, by the way, folks. This
Go back
live stream,
and sit back there.
a la Credence and Mikey.
Mr. Green, you come
Who?
up and take a seat. Mr. Price, can you come on the Zoom call, please?
The price is right.
Can you hear me, sir? Your Honor?
I can
Yes.
hear you, but I need to see you on camera.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Okay.
Officer Pork Chop, always want bacon when I see you.
Do you have a camera that works?
There we go, sir. I pulled it up.
Okay, you can be seated. So, temporary was granted in this case. So, Mr. Green, could you raise your right hand, please? You swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can put your hand down. And how is it that you need an order against Mr. Price?
Well, I'll make a long story short. Him and I used to be friends, kind of, and it started back when he went to jail for a couple months. I was helping him. He was calling me and asking for help, rides, and can you bring this? Can you bring that? And I accommodated. And he was in jail for domestic violence against his wife. And it started his texting and threatening me and stuff started when I had mentioned to him, hey, this is all your fault, you know, and you're the one that caused it. And, you know, because he was complaining about being homeless and losing his house and his wife and this and that. And, you know, it was just too much. And so.
Well, what specifically did he say?
Yeah, we know it's Washington.
About
It's Thurston
You,
County.
why you want this order? You're
attached
alleging
all the
harassment of some
texts to
kind.
the paperwork. I don't know if
Okay,
you
well,
got
what?
it.
That's called soft swinging, isn't it? I think that is. Jim, it does always start as friends, right?
I did put them on. I need you to say these out loud and on the record and so forth.
Okay, he was saying that he was threatening with you better bring your gun. My brothers and I can get you. I'm going to talk smack about you all over town. It was on and on and on. And it's hard to remember everything he said because there was so much that he said. And I actually, at the end, finally, I hadn't heard from him for a little while and thought, well, maybe it's over now. And I knew at that point he had a mental problem because he just wouldn't quit. But then I texted him when he texted me the last time, and I said, listen, man, I said, if this continues, I will put a restraining order on you, and it's not going to go good for you. And I want you to keep my name out of your mouth, and I will sue you if you continue talking smack about me, because he threatened to do that too. And 2 days went by, I hadn't heard from him. I'm thinking, well, maybe that worked. All of a sudden it started up again. And I'm like, oh my God, this again. And he started in with his threats again. Do what you got to do, he said, as far as this restraining order goes. At that point, I got really stressed, and I got a bad heart, as he knows. I died of a cardiac arrest, 2016. I'm on medication. I have a defibrillator.
Sir, you R.I.P. F in the chat. A ghost appearing. Sir, first of all, it's after Halloween, but I will accept. Second of all, can I go back? I'm gonna have to go back here.
I went in to
Nope, I need you, sir. I don't like this. Did he just say he died? You can't. I know what he means, but you can't say it like that.
Threats again. Do what you got to do, he said, as far as this restraining order goes. At that point, I got really stressed, and I got a bad heart, as he knows. I died of a cardiac arrest, 2016. I'm on medication. I have a defibrillator. I went into AFib on this last text, and I said, that's it. I am done. I went to the hospital. I have paperwork right here if you want to see it.
No, I don't need to see that. I just need to see, and I do see your texts here, and I actually have them in front of me. And so, Mr. Price, I'll hear from you. Can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I say one last thing?
What's that?
Last thing.
Go ahead.
I have to go in.
Just a minute, Mr. Price.
I have to go in tomorrow or Wednesday for the cardio version to get my heart back in rhythm as a result.
So, Mr. Price, now
But
again,
we're
raise your
waiting
right
until
hand, please.
Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. So I'll hear from you on the request for an order.
Yes, Your Honor. I made a major mistake in my life by becoming friends with Buddy Green. I was warned about Buddy Green by a very close friend that owns a business next to him. Buddy Green has belittled me, has been mean. He treats people like garbage. He has no respect for anybody. I'm not the first person that he's going to try to sue. He has tried to sue other people in the past.
Okay, well, this isn't about a lawsuit.
Yes, Your Honor.
So this is just about whether or not an order should be in place.
Your Honor.
So I'm looking at these. hang on just a second.
Buddy
So I'm
Green
looking at
sounds
the-
like a delivery service for weed, 007. Hey, Buddy Green here. Come to the door and get your order. That, right? Or a dispensary. Why do these old people... In Thurston County, these old people fucking hate their neighbors, but for some reason they try and talk to their neighbors. We've talked about this before. I don't know who lives over there. There's nobody that lives over there. And we don't talk to the neighbors. You don't do that. It's just the way it is.
These texts where you say, my brother Swole, I'm not sure who is, and my brother Lynn have my back 24/7. All I have to do is call and you will disappear forever. I mean, that's a text that you sent to him. Also, I've been in past prison. I've fought better mother effers than you. You're nothing but a little punk and then bitch scared. And so, I mean, those are the things I think he's complaining about. I'm not here to say who's a good person, who's a bad person. I'm just
I
trying to
understand.
determine. I mean, do you have an explanation for that, or is that
Um,
that would be pretty concerning? I think pretty much for anyone to receive text like that.
I have been belittled by him about
Okay,
my military
I'm not,
service.
you know,
And that's
I'm
why I'm
asking.
just giving you a reason why I would say these things to him.
Okay.
He says these types of things to other people and myself. I was giving him a taste of his own medicine, is all I was doing, Your Honor.
All right. Well, so here's the thing here, Mr. Price.
There's like 5 grams in this one nug of weed. It smells so good. It's Flapjacks, which is a McFlurry crossed with pancakes strain. Oh my god. When you guys were saying Buddy Green, I just was drawn naturally towards pot. Judge has already got his head in his hands. He's upset. Oh, geez.
You know, I don't know what he said to what sort of text he sent to other people. All I can see is what, the only people here is him as the petitioner and you as the respondent for texts that were sent, which most, and I certainly consider, upsetting or harassing. And so I don't know, what happened to your relationship or what have you, but I am going to enter an order and you're just not contact him. Don't come with, don't contact him, don't communicate him, don't engage in stalking behavior. And this order will exist for a period of a year. And again, I find that the text that, maybe I should have done this
Judge
earlier.
just putting orders in place.
But the definition of unlawful harassment is a knowing and willful course of conduct directed at a specific person that seriously alarms, annoys, harasses, or is detrimental to such person and that serves no legitimate or lawful purpose. Course of conduct must be such as would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress and must actually cause substantial emotional distress. And so whether he's doing this to you or other people, if that bothers them, they need to come and get their own orders. But what I'm hearing here right now, those texts, and again, those are just a few of the texts that are in the file. I do find that those texts are specifically designed to alarm another person and actually did so. So I'm going to enter an order. The order will exist for a year.
Hi, Carla. Carla's for legal reasons, Carla's not here. Adam, for legal reasons, you gotta run. I'm just joking. Have a great day. We'll miss
Does that
you.
count as so many feet away?
How close do you live to each other?
Well, we don't live near each other, but he has a neighbor of mine that he goes over there and visits. And I would like it if you just stayed off our property, because our property's joining in the same parking lot. And I don't want him around me. So.
Hey, Bruno.
Excuse me,
Bruno,
Your Honor.
Yes.
That's one thing I was very concerned about. That is a gentleman that warned me about Buddy Green, and he is a very good friend and a good person to me. So
That's your
it's part of
son.
my support.
No. That's not true.
Okay, so,
I'm sorry.
you know this person?
I do, we're friends.
Okay.
He's lying. Sorry.
They are
So-
not friends, Your Honor.
Okay, so hang on just a second, just one more time. Uh,
We had businesses right next to each other for 7 years now.
who, you and the other person?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see him frequently and talk to him.
Doesn't
We
make you
share
friends.
information about hot rods we bought and, he's never said anything to me bad.
That is totally untrue, Your Honor.
You live next door to each other? Or how,
Well, we have businesses next to each other and he goes over there.
oh, at the
and tries
business?
to
Where's the
visit.
business?
It's Biscay's is the other guy's business and Old School Tattoo is mine.
And where is this?
It's in Centralia, on Old 99.
What's
Bro.
Biscay's?
Biscay's sells auto parts and classic auto parts and stuff. Nova specifically, Nova parts.
Your Honor, I've known the owner for over
ahead.
20 years. He is a very close friend of mine. He is part of my support and a good man. He is the one who warned me about Buddy Green.
So just- Okay, so hang on, just, okay, here a minute. So here's what's gonna happen here. Mr. Price, again, the no contact order, you're not to have any contact, you're not to engage in stalking behavior, don't communicate or cause any harm. And then, rather than a
Yeah, just be adults. I don't understand. It's so easy.
there's not going to be a distance restriction, but you don't enter or knowingly come onto the premises of your residence or your workplace. So he can still visit his friend there in that business. And but you know, by doing that, you're taking a risk. If you have any sort of contact with them or do something that could be argued as contact, and sometimes you're yelling loudly, insulting someone to somebody else where you know the other person can hear, that can be considered contact and a violation of the order. Do you understand that, Mr. Price?
I do, Your Honor. I understand completely. I want nothing to do with Buddy Green and I will walk away.
All right, that sounds like a win. We're gonna make a copy of this for you. You can get a copy of this off the district court website.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Oh, I forgot we can go at 1.25 speed until we catch up live. It is so weird, Beverly, isn't it? There's such childish behavior, especially when they get into gaggles of old people. Like when they all live in one area.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Or they go for coffee.
And then
at
Mr. Price is gone, but I would
one
say
or
good luck to him
something.
too also. You both are free to go.
Thank you.
He's already gone. Next it'd be Mr. Weaver and Ms. Sims. Could you come on the Zoom call, please?
Mr. Weaver and Sims. Here we go.
I'm having trouble with my video.
There you are. And Mr. Kalich, can you come on the Zoom call, please?
All right, what do we
You
got
hear
in
me?
this living room?
Could you activate your camera, please?
I believe it is activated. Can you
It's
hear me?
not. Oh, there you are. There you are. So when were you
Okay.
served with this petition?
I think it was Saturday.
Okay, so are you
Oh,
prepared to
maybe
proceed normally?
Friday?
Served, and let me finish, please. You need to be served within a certain period of time. We lost him. All right,
I was able to print this. It looks like it was a pretty-
okay, that's fine. But that, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for him to log back on there, Ms. Weaver,
Okay.
Ms. Sims.
Mhm.
Oh my god, what a clusterfuck today. Actually, this is how court goes a lot of the time. Oh, Brutal Bob, we're sending you good vibes. Good vibes.
Here, show him. Ask him if he'd like to see the.
Okay,
document.
Okay, can you come back on, please, Mr. And activate your camera again, please.
I believe it's on. I
It's
apologize
not.
for the internet. I see myself.
Well, that makes one of us. There you are. I can see you now. Okay, so are you prepared to
Okay.
proceed here today, or given the late service, I can reset this for a week or two, probably two, and then come back and give you a chance to respond what's being alleged in their petition? Are you ready to go now, or do you want time to get ready for it?
No, I'm totally ready to go now. Honestly, the only thing I'm concerned about is payment because they owe me money.
Okay, nothing, that's not in front of me right now. The only thing that's gonna be in front of me right now is whether they get an order or not, one way or the other.
Well, I don't care about that as long as because I don't understand how I'm supposed to get my money from them and contact them. I sent them an invoice, and I actually, as it works out, the bank that I currently am banking with is going through a transition where it's Security State Bank transitioning into Giza Credit Union. So I call and I can't figure out whether they paid me or not. So that's all I really care about is getting paid.
Okay,
I don't
so,
care if I talk to them. I just want to know if they paid me or not.
then we lost him again. What's that?
When was it served?
No, it's bad connection.
Your Honor.
Yes, I'm gonna wait for him to come back. I don't want to talk to him without him being here, but now he's back. Okay, Ms. Sims, anything, what would you like to say?
The papers were served to Mr. Kalich on Thursday.
Okay, and that's still not enough time, ma'am, but that's,
Okay,
but go ahead. Okay, ma'am, Mr. Kalich, I need you to be quiet here for just a second.
Okay.
So what's this about money being owed to Kim, or is that a disputed, or what exactly?
No, we have hired Dan on numerous occasions to do various projects. And the billing we received was recent. There was one that he included in his text that was inflated and outrageous, but it looks like he's sent to us both a reasonable billing for the work that he has done. A phenomenal job, by the way. And but something has happened where the things went sideways with what all these text messages that were coming in.
So again, is there an agreed amount you're gonna pay him, or is that in dispute? And Mr. Kalich, I need you on screen there. Yeah, go ahead. So it sounds like you've had a business relationship with him for a while.
Yes,
So is that a disputed amount, or what exactly?
Part of it is.
part of it is disputed, yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to get back on. I don't know if I'm on camera.
You're
but-
on now. Yeah, I know you're on now. I wouldn't talk with the other. So Mr. Kalich, I need you back on, please.
Oh, okay.
So there's not a temporary order being set in place. There's, so folks can communicate with each other. You know, I'm not gonna do this hearing with this glitchy technology because you keep losing, you're coming back and. You know,
I'm sorry.
on and off camera. Hang on, we're not, just hear me out. You know, I get
Okay.
to make some decisions here. And here's what's gonna happen here today. What's next Monday look like?
Jeez.
What does next Monday look like? Pretty sure I have next Monday off. Thank Christ.
I can see.
5-day work weeks are tough.
Yeah, the next one probably is.
Schmur. Ew, sir. What are you doing? Foot content.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it for 2 weeks.
Double foot.
So Mr. Kalich, it kind of looks like I'm looking at a cat and some feet.
I know. I fucking gave up at this point. Like, I'm literally trying. I fucking gave up.
Here's, you know, you're in court. And I always appreciate it when people act and speak as if they are in court. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Zoom because it kind of lends an air of informality, which should be a formal proceeding. And so
I'm trying,
think-
dude. I'm literally trying. I'm
Second,
literally trying.
hey, remember what I said about not interrupting people?
Okay.
Don't interrupt me either.
Okay.
And so we're going to reset this for 2 weeks. You need to be back here, there, and then I'm going to require
Those are the new.
okay.
Them to pay me?
What's that? No, then we're going to have a hearing on this anti-harassment petition. If they pay you, and that's entirely up to them. That's not in front of me. You need to start your own lawsuit if you think you're not getting paid. But you need to be here in person for the anti-harassment petition.
All right, fair enough.
All right. And then so again, then this will be your notice. You're not going to get any notice other than this. You need to log back in 2 weeks from today.
So how do I ask them to pay me the money?
Well, I kind of think you did, first of all. And secondly,
Okay.
you know, I can't be given advice to one party or the other. You don't want me telling them how to present their case. My guess is, I mean, it's just between you folks. And so, you know, they've said they've appreciated your work.
In fact, they called it phenomenal, Flusha. They said, oh, his work is phenomenal. And he said, I fucking give up, Judge. What a fucking day. This is like beginning Zoom court day. Like how it used to be. I love it. Let's keep going. I just realized though I'm not recording this, so that's a problem if I want it later.
Agree they owe you some money. Apparently there's a difference on how much, but I'm just not going to get in the middle of that. The only thing I'm here for is to whether or not an anti-harassment order should be entered.
Oh,
And
so
we're
what's
gonna
your
make that-
decision on the anti-harassment order?
What's that?
What's your decision?
I'm not giving one. I'm telling them we're going to do this in 2 weeks when I know everyone's here and I'm looking people face to face, not face to foot.
Well, dude, fucking make a decision. You know it already. Why? Because at this point, this is harassment to me.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry you consider
They
that
are
harassment.
harassing me.
Mr. Kalich, you're going to sign. You're going to sign off. We're going to reconvene in 2 weeks. And if you don't appear in person, then an order will get entered in their behalf.
And you
that's
know
gonna
I don't
conclude the
fucking
hearing here for
care.
today. We'll
All
see
I
you in 2
fucking
weeks.
care about is getting fucking paid. They owe me money. Fuck.
And then, can you get him off the call? Yeah. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Ms. Weaver and Ms. Sims, sorry,
Well,
Ms. Sims,
you two are
Mr.
better
Weaver,
than
we'll see you.
I. Ahem. Ahem. Is Mikey still around? He should probably clip that and make it into a video pretty quick.
In 2 weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
At what time?
Is there a time, Your Honor?
9 a.m.
Okay, very
9
good.
a.m.
All right. Thank you.
And then, what's that? Yeah, I know. I gotta go. Until then,
So many fucks and feet.
second, Mr. Lee.
How many fucking feet could you fucking get in that sentence?
Okay, Mr. Gomez, Ms. Garcia Cruz, you can come up and take seats. And Ms. Taylor, can you come on the Zoom call, please?
Who doesn't love to fucking sweatpants? Hi, Brittany. Is everybody appearing from 1997 via their VHS camcorder?
So who's going to speak first? Okay, you can be seated. And then could you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear and affirm the information testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. You can sit down. And how is it that you heard, you were in court, I think, when I read the definition of harassment? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, now you need to speak loudly because so everyone can hear you. It's very important that Ms. Taylor hears you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
No problem.
And so how is it that you need an order? And then I may hear from Ms. Garcia Cruz as well. How is it that you need an order against Ms. Taylor?
Yes, so since we have moved into that house in 2018, it's been a constant problem with her. You know, we've had many instances in the past, but the most recent events was when we were gone from our house for 2.5 months and we came back in September. And as soon as September started, you know, every time we would go to the yard, we could hear her making offenses towards us. And on
What would you say
um,
specifically?
and most of it was towards my wife.
Okay, well, I'm hearing from you now. I'll swear in for her and I'll hear from her in a minute.
So, well, the first
What
thing,
did you hear? And then I'll ask her what she heard
just a lot of curses towards me.
specifically.
Like the last guy? Yeah,
Um,
Sam. Sam.
And you,
Shut the F up. I don't
you've
like
heard
to
that, you
curse.
just heard that people swear in court occasionally, so you
I
can
have a
speak
hard
frankly,
time.
you can tell me what. But you can use euphemisms like the F word or so go ahead.
Yeah, so whenever we would go to the yard, I would hear, shut the F up. Or even if I'm,
And actually, I'm going to stop you because Mr. Leone, you can come up with your client. We're going to take this case first, and then we'll retake up your case in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Holy fuck. Again, why you hire a lawyer? That's why.
And then Ms. Finks,
Um,
you can come up and take a seat there. And you can be seated.
Yeah, this whole video is great. So much cussing. YouTube Daddy will probably demonetize it.
And only because they filed first, Mr. Leone, I'll hear from your client first.
Thank you.
And so again, there's been a lot of things filed. If you wish to, I don't think, we go ahead and swear her in, and then you can put on the record the basis for her request for an order. So Ms. St. George, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. And then, go ahead, Mr., and again, however you want to do it there, different, in these sorts of hearings, different attorneys do different things. You can inquire if you wish, or she can just testify in narrative form as the others have.
So Your Honor, I think we're just going to be walking through the exhibits here.
Okay. And are those exhibits that have been submitted, or those stills from?
The exhibits, so
Okay.
these are stills from an alleged violation that we'll get to.
Okay.
But as far as the videos, I would like the court to see them.
Okay.
I understand that this court.
I haven't yet. No.
So how should I go about publishing them?
Well, that's a good question, because we can't accept, short answer is I don't know, unless you could put them on your computer.
I can put them on my
probably show them
computer
to me.
so we can all see them.
Will we
And
get
then
to see
this
them too?
is-
Okay.
I'll lay
And I can't
foundation.
remember. Did I swear you in, ma'am? I did
Yeah.
swear you in? Okay.
Okay, so Ms. St. George, what are you requesting the court to do?
So just over the anger part, more of just kind of moving on with my life now. Don't want this to be as like a punishment or anything. I just want to feel safe again. I do want 1,000-foot restriction from her. She's coming up and down. I have a cul-de-sac. She's coming up and down. I have a.
So we're gonna get to that point. Okay,
Yeah,
so but
You have
anyway,
a
so
ball
you said 1,000-foot restriction. Was
Yes.
this initially what you requested in your petition?
No, because our daughters were best friends and we've had
Still?
similar interests. No, unfortunately, no. Only, yes, but
And so are your children at the same school?
they are. And that's why I
And-
had
Are your children in the same, in any of the same activities?
not anymore. So I had
Were they previously?
yes, and I had requested that to be lifted because I don't intend to bring my children into this, and my children still went over and hugged her because she was a best friend for a while.
Okay.
So,
So what event led to you
Okay,
filing?
in fact, I apologize for, how old are these children?
so my daughter's 6 and my son is 9. But like I said, we keep it very positive at home.
I just asked their ages. Mr. Leone, you can continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. So what event led to you filing this petition for an order of protection?
So it was just during some altercations, and she had came at me at the playground when I went to the playground in front of the kids, yelling about because she sent me a long text and she said, I can't talk to you on the phone because you're too charismatic, Chelsea, and I need to be able to text you so I
Come on. She did not. You're too. I've never heard that one before. You're too charismatic? What kind of fight is that? God, you're so charismatic. What is going on today? Have we entered into an alternate timeline that because of the time change?
can stick up for myself. And when she sent that to me, she just asked that she wanted just kind of like some space and stuff. And I sent a very brief message that, okay, I will respect that. But she wasn't happy about that. She came when I was going to the playground. She came and said, "Oh, is that all you're going to say? This and this, all that." And I just looked at her and I said, "I don't have energy for this anymore."
Okay. And was this caught on any kind of video?
Yes, it was at the Lacey Elementary.
So what's the elementary school in Lacey?
It's just called the Lacey Elementary School.
Too much
And did you
Riz.
obtain these videos?
I did.
Okay. And have you submitted these videos into the court file?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so if Your Honor, maybe approach.
Yeah.
Sure, Republican, first Republican. So
Who's what? Oh my gosh. Oh, ma'am, I understand.
maybe we should all approach with that still.
Why don't you just go
I've
right
seen
there?
these.
You can go ahead and go
My
right
guide's
there,
going
and then
great,
you should
by
be
the
able to
way.
see it from there.
Yeah, and I've seen these as
And then
well.
maybe if you could tilt that, kind of getting a weird reflection. Okay, go ahead.
So, okay. Ms. St. George, do you recognize this video with the LES export 20251002_150000? Recognize this video?
I do.
Okay, and have you reviewed this video with me before?
I do.
Okay.
We're not gonna see it. We might hear it.
And what does this video depict?
So it's right towards the ending. So we always go over to the playground. So it's probably more over here. There's my
Okay.
kids. So I
Okay,
had,
so this, just for the record, can you please tell me which number this is at here to the left?
It's 1906.
Okay, so 9206 of 14,409, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit play.
And so I had already picked up my children. We had plans. I had brought donuts from Krispy Kreme for the other children, like I normally do. We usually just go for a nice day to the playground in the back. I went back to the car. Grandma just got some scooters. So we are returning from the car with the donuts and the scooters to proceed over to the playground that's over here.
This isn't my fault. I can't understand her. I've jacked the volume.
Her son's stroller, her older son's stroller, and her as well coming up. Her son is autistic. And they're very kind.
I've jacked it as high as I can, Flesha. Guys in the truck!
I have none. Here's my daughter. She's on school. My sister had also said that she wanted to have a day for the playground. And she's donuts with my sister. And that's my son. I usually see her a little bit on my side and I just kind of.
And at this point, did you want to have any in-person engagement with
Absolutely
me?
not. I made it very clear in my last text that I didn't want, I would give her space. So this is where she calls over and she starts yelling. Is that all you're going to say, Chelsea? You don't have anything else to say? I feel like you're just not wanting to say anything. And I said, I don't have any more energy.
Man, when you put your hand there, I can't see it,
I'm
just so
sorry.
you know.
And so I said, I have no more energy anymore, Natasha. I'm just trying to fix my family.
And where's Natasha in this video?
She's right there in the yellow shirt
Okay.
coming up. And so that's when I said, I don't have any more energy, and I start walking off. And then she starts walking off, still continuing to yell at me while her children are there, saying, oh, you don't have energy, and this, and that. I'm just not saying anything. I guess I'm there.
So at this time, did you guys did you leave the frame here?
I did.
Okay, so and is that fair to say it's at about 10,800 F on the left side of the screen there on playback time? Okay. So was this the end of the interaction or did it continue?
No, so I started walking over to the playground and I stood there and everybody's coming up for the donuts, all the kids. And she just comes around and somebody, the kids are going up to the parents asking for donuts and stuff like that. And then one of her friends had come over and said, oh, this and this, which were all lies, I guess. No, there's just 2 stories to every side. And then she comes back over and she starts yelling at me again, all this other stuff. And then on the phone with my estranged husband, telling him that I'm over there and to, that I am the one, get a hold of her and all this other stuff. And
Was this part of the interaction caught on camera as well?
yes,
And have you reviewed that?
I have, yes.
Okay, so I'm showing you a file, LES cam 18-12025 1002_151800. Is a familiar with this video. Okay. And does this video have any audio?
It does.
And did the previous one have any audio?
No.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed it forward a little bit. Okay, so.
Judge is letting us
at
down
about,
here.
500F on the lower left of the playback screen. What does this show?
This is showing her coming up. I believe she's on the phone with my estranged husband, saying that she wants to come over. I had woke up and I told everybody about the donuts. So this is her friend that had asked, about the donuts, and then he said something about, oh, did you do this and this and this? Did you throw her stuff away? And I said, no, Mom, it's put into the truck for, and so there's.
Do you know what's strange to me? We have to talk about this. A pickup line at school, as in everybody drives their cars. You can't do that at our schools. Not the elementary schools. The whole point of an elementary school is that it's walking distance from the majority of the people that attend there. We don't even have a school bus system in the city that I live in. If you're far enough away to need to take a bus, you'll take a city bus on your own. Nobody helps you. You just got to figure that shit out. But there's definitely no infrastructure for cars to line up and then drive through. That's not something they would do. You just have to find parking. If you wanted to drive, you'd have to find parking far away, basically, because you're in a residential area, and then walk down to the school.
Anytime.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not sure, where is she?
She's in the yellow shirt.
Right there?
Yeah, so I'm not engaging, I'm just getting the donuts out. He's saying something from at the time there. Just kind of waiting it off. There's a bunch of babies around, so.
Okay, so go ahead. At this point, approximately 1200F on the playback. Were you having any interaction with her?
No.
Okay, and this you said there's a gentleman talking to you about stuff that was left outside.
We were just talking about the
Did you-
donuts at first too, and stuff that his kids could have the donuts.
Did you engage him about any of the things left outside?
No, he kind of just, afterwards, when he said, oh, did you throw all the stuff away? And I said, I didn't even know that he was involved into it at the time, so.
Okay. Did you have any desire to engage in any of this around children?
No, I just, beautiful day, we used to play around.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and forward to about 2007-97 app on the playback.
But doesn't that mean that everybody's sitting in their cars alone? Like at our school, you got there 20 minutes early. The moms did. Like when I was a mom, I am still a mom, but when my daughter was a young child, we got there maybe 20 minutes before pickup, and all the moms and dads and people stood on the playground area outside the school, the courtyard, and waited until the bell rang. And then the bell rang and all the doors flew open and all the kids burst out. And then within 20 minutes, the school is empty. And the schoolyard. Or you could stay and play if you wanted. There's lots of kids that would stay and play with their parents, but we would all stand and talk.
At this point, between the last time that we moved forward and to this point, did you have any interactions with the respondent? Okay, so playing from about 2,800, and has the respondent re-entered your proximity?
Yes, she started yelling something at me now, and like I said, it all kind of went a little fast. I'm still trying to explain to Josh that, I have no idea what's going on with all this, I'm kind of new to this, and she's yelling over top. So this is also somebody that a lot of people have reached back out to me and said, sorry that we didn't know the truth at the time. So at this time, they're still being lied to. And yeah, she's just yelling something at me. I'm trying to walk away and she's still trying to come up on me. And
when you began to walk away in this frame, were you trying to terminate the encounter? Or were you
yeah,
trying to-
I was just going to go back over and kind of hang out with the kids. And and just was kind of over it, made sure everybody got donuts and was trying to, you know,
Did you
make
say
sense.
anything at that time when you were walking away? Did you say anything to her that was cruel, inflammatory, or anything along those lines?
Not at that time. I said, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm just trying to make sense of everything. And she's yelling at me. She's like, let's go over here so the kids don't hear us screaming. And I said, you're already screaming.
And what was your level of your voice at that time?
Very calm, always calm. I like to think of myself. And
You can go back and if there's, unless there's more video, you can go back to council table.
Okay, and there's a little bit more council, a little bit more video here. I'll get one
Please go
more,
back.
Angle. And so I have terminated that file, and I think we're on to this LES cam 16-2 2025 1002 _ 152 304. Hit play. I haven't seen this video before. What is this video? Is this of the same at the same location as the previous two videos?
correct. This is where she had told me, let's go to the side, come over here now. That we need to talk about this and not friends with kids. Doesn't make any sense because she was. So I had pulled to the side. And she got on the phone with my estranged husband and saying that she's crazy, you're right, she's crazy, and all this other stuff. So we hear her and trying to manipulate the whole situation.
And in this video, where are you shown?
Yes.
No, where are you
Oh,
shown?
where I am right over here by the pool. This is where she had told me. I said, you're ruining my life. I said, I need to stay out of it. And she said, you want me to stay out of it? I said, yes, it's not your business anymore. I need to just fix my family.
Okay. So at
Why
this,
is she
so
narrating
during the
the whole
course
video?
of this interaction, why did you not want to speak with the respondent?
Because I made it clear earlier when she even said she was upset about something and I stepped out of surgery for a second.
Did you suspect anything about the
Okay,
respondent?
go back and you're gonna conclude,
Thank you.
go back to
So
council
I'll
table.
go ahead and conclude that video.
Yes, I had suspected something about her and my husband together, and I was, you know.
You can be seated.
And did you confront the respondent about this via any means?
Well, I have previously just had, no, not really. I think more or less him kind of going back and forth, but obviously me and him have been together for 17 years. So I didn't believe anything and I was believing that I was crazy thinking all this stuff.
Did you ever pose the allegation to the respondent that she was having an affair with your husband?
Afterwards she had called, but she never really, and she still has, she's still denying it, but the truth has come out. There's like a lot of people stepping forward. Her husband has stepped forward.
During this conversation, strike that. So, okay, so this what's captured on these videos, how did this incident come to an end?
I had just left.
Okay. Did you
She's
seek to have
making me
any
feel
subsequent
thin.
contact with the respondent after this incident?
No, she had walked off. I seen my husband walking back up because she had told him to be there. He walked off with her. I went over, gathered the kids, and then we just went to the car and we left.
And did you on or about what date was that interaction?
I can't remember. It was I can't remember that date. It was towards the end of September, I do believe. I think September 30th. I
Okay.
can't
And
remember.
did you relate this what happened in this incident in a petition for an order of protection to this court?
Yes.
Okay. Were you granted a temporary order of protection?
Yes.
Okay. And what were the was there any distance restriction in that order?
No.
Okay. Well, was there a contact restriction in your temporary order against the respondent?
Yes. I just had said I just don't want her come to me. I don't want anybody else involved. I just don't want her.
Okay. So when was the next time you saw the respondent or came in contact with her after that incident that was captured on the Lacey Elementary School?
So it was a girlfriend's birthday party. She had invited me to. I was home with the kids. My mom's here staying with me.
Is this after the temporary was entered?
No.
Okay, so
Then I'm
that's actually kind of misunderstanding my posture. So I'm talking about the temporary order of protection in this case.
Okay, so yes, I applied for it on Friday, but it wasn't issued until that following Monday. So Friday was when I had came to fill it out, hand it in. My court hearing was on Monday. So yes, when I went there, I wasn't under my understanding that she was not there. She wasn't there when I got there. And so she had just came at the end. I had my friend from the hospital with me at the time. And she had came, like I said, I came in there and it was just the group of friends of that we always hung out with. And my estranged husband was there too. No orders against him yet, still trying to figure everything out.
So that's,
But he fucked
so
her,
then,
apparently.
so there's that incident where you intoxicated when you saw her that evening?
No,
Yeah.
and I wasn't driving, yeah.
Okay, did you say anything rude, inflammatory, or otherwise
No.
unpleasant to the respondent that evening?
No, she wasn't there until when I was actually walking out, is when she came in. So
And is your, the person who accompanied you there available as a witness today?
yes,
Okay.
she's here.
Okay. So you get the temporary order of protection, okay? And when was the next time you saw the respondent after you got the temporary order of protection?
So obviously our daughters had cheer together. I've always had friends with me that came to the practices just to make sure that I was safe, even to the games and stuff like that. But there was never any contact between us. You know, my daughter would go over and hug her, and just like I said, it just let that go. So no contact with them at all until just recently when she had come to me at the grocery store.
Okay. And did you seek an order of protection against your husband?
I have, yes.
Okay. And was that temporary order granted?
Yes.
Okay. Did he seek an order of protection against you?
He did, but it was denied.
Okay, so he sought an order of protection against you, but it was denied. Have you reviewed the petition in that case?
I have.
Did you discuss the petition in that case that your husband filed against you in the declaration you have filed with this court?
Have I discussed
In your declaration, did you discuss that petition that you filed?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Is there anything about that petition for an order of protection that your husband filed against you in Superior Court that you would like to point out for this court?
Yes, it's completely filled out by her. And so.
And how do you know that?
Because her handwriting on her petition versus her handwriting on his petition. And then there is also handwriting of his, what his handwriting looks like. So it was, yes, it was completely, I don't know if it was even done by his knowledge. I have no idea. Like I haven't been keeping contact with any of that, but.
Okay, and when you say her petition, do you mean her petition against you that were before the court?
Yes, the one that she was also denied.
So. Okay, so that petition for an order of protection, you have a temporary order, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the one against your husband?
Yes.
Okay, and has your husband abided by that order?
For the protection order, no, he had to come up to me after the court. I do believe he was jailed for that night, and so. And then, yeah.
And what did so he was jailed for that night?
Yes.
Okay. So did you record that protection order violation?
I did.
Okay. And have you submitted your recording of that protection order violation to this court?
I did. And that's where I had asked him why he said that I was a drug addict and alcoholic and all this stuff. And he said, it's just her in my ear.
Again, all we're here about is it's these two parties.
And that's
and whether or not
foundation, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's part of the offer of proof. It's part of the alleged course of conduct against my client's welfare.
Okay. Well, and what I don't want is her telling, bringing into evidence, well, he told me this and he told me that.
Okay.
I just stay away from that.
But as to the substance of the petition of the order of protection he filed against you that featured the respondent's handwriting, what did he say during that protection order violation to you about that petition?
What did he? Oh, so he had said I had asked about the petition that she wrote, that she said that I was a drug addict and alcoholic. And I said, why did he say that? And he said, she's just in my ear saying these things. That's what it said in the recording. And I had just asked why he was just making up these lies. And he said it was just all her doing this. So.
Okay. And have you submitted that recording of your husband into evidence with this court?
I did.
Okay. We'll not publish that one for sake of time. Okay. So that occurs. You indicated that there was a denial order in that petition of order of protection against you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And did you get served with that denial order?
I did. I had people pounding at my door at 9:40 at night when the children were in bed. I looked through. I had looked through the door, and I said I didn't recognize these two women there, and I said, "Hello," and they said, "We open the door," and I said, "No." And I'm just,
yeah. So I'm just gonna try to move you along. Okay, so those two women, did you recognize those women?
Absolutely.
Okay. Did law enforcement respond?
So they sat outside my house for about 10 minutes, and then they moved along, and that's when I had to go back to the hospital for my laptop that I had called, and they said that was still there. I told my mom everything's calm. I'm just going to go over get my laptop, and that's when I came out, and I still seen Natasha and her friends sitting at the top of the hill, and then with the officer.
And when you're being served with this order of protection, it was at what time again?
About 9:30, almost 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. Was this a school night?
Yeah, kids were sleeping.
Okay. And was Natasha in any way, shape, or form? Did you have an order of protection against Natasha at this time?
I did.
And what was that? What did that include?
No contact.
No contact. And is it fair to say that a process server could be given coordinates to a home by Google Maps?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay. And did you submit body cam from a deputy
I did.
that responded to that?
I did.
Okay. And this body cam, does have any evidence within that body cam of Natasha being present?
It is. And he had told me too. He said he asked them to leave, that it was a denial order. He apologized. And he had said that just go about my business, go get my laptop and just come home safe. So they had left. He waited there for a second with me while they left. And then I proceeded to go to the hospital for my laptop.
Okay. So this incident occurs, and are you familiar with what Natasha's vehicle looks like?
I do. It's a GMC Yukon.
And the neighborhood that you live in, have you seen Natasha in that neighborhood at any time since your order strike that? Have you come to understand that Natasha's vehicle has been present in your neighborhood since the
I have.
the incident where the deputy was present?
Yes. Oh, yeah. The deputy was there. There's the recording of her vehicle being there right by one of my friends' neighbors' houses. And other neighbors had reached out saying that, yes, she's been driving up and down multiple times. He had sent me a Dropbox of some of the videos of her, and it's a cul-de-sac, so she doesn't know anybody down there. Yeah, it's just right over by Holmes Island. So
Okay. So those okay. So
oh yeah, this is the
okay. So let's Your Honor, may we approach you?
Are you gonna just show me pictures of the car
don't.
driving up and down?
It's a not picture. It's just
Video?
a video from the neighbor of the car driving up and down.
Yeah, but I looked at, there's not a distance restriction, is there?
There's no distance
I mean,
restriction.
is that
It's stalking.
arguably? Go ahead. If that's all you're showing, I don't think you need to show it to me.
Okay. So
And I'll give you a chance you'll testify in a few minutes, ma'am.
So these files, D881A8, the 4 of them you've submitted to the court, what do those show?
it just shows her driving up and down multiple times. I had drove past one time and I had seen her too. I think it shows maybe her possibly sitting there and just kind of waiting, and then just when I come up, just drive away then. So
And how did you obtain these videos?
I had asked my neighbor. They're kind of all just there for support. So he said that he would send that to me if I need anything, that he'd help keep an eye out. So he's just keeping an eye out, and he's seen.
Okay, so and this one is not in evidence yet, so I should submit a copy of. If I should have my quick mark at your eye.
Yeah, you can mark it and submit it.
So,
Can I see it?
yes, sir. If that's copy, I've given the respondent a copy of that. Exhibit 1.
You can just file it into the.
Yeah, I'll just,
And if these are stills from videos that previously been submitted,
These have not been
Okay.
submitted.
yeah, I'll get it.
Okay, so I am thinking, this is like, he just told me I forgot mine, so I'll lose it. Okay, so I'm handing you what we have just filed with the court. It's a series of 3 pictures. Can you please tell me what these are?
So I had went to the hospital to get my purse. I confirmed that.
On or about what date?
So this was about 3 days ago. And then
thought it
I
was your
had
laptop.
stopped for some dinner for them because it was later on in the evening, about 8 o'clock.
Who's them?
My coworkers at the hospital.
Okay.
And so I went there and I gave them their lunch, picked up my purse, came back to Fred Meyer to pick up some stuff, just milk, bread, time, it's the time I have to do things. And I had heard yelling from behind the car, and I had looked and I said, oh, that's her. And then she, still just sitting in a parking spot. And then she pulls up next to me, and she starts saying about, oh, I don't care about the petition or the protection order you still have against me. And then I had tried to, I'm shaking, trying to turn on my phone real quick, and I got a little recording of her saying, oh, you're recording me now. That's cool, cool, cool. Thanks, Chelsea. And it just seemed like at first she wanted to maybe try to amend friendship. And then, but then it just came like it was really kind of violent at the end. And that's when I just stopped my recording for the 3 seconds, stopped the picture, and I just pulled out and I had went home.
Okay. And this recording, have you provided it to me?
I did.
Okay. How long is it?
It's probably about 3 seconds, 5 seconds.
Okay, so
I think it was just
so I'm showing you-
scrambling at the time.
So I'm showing you a file, 2025-1029 underscore 205501 underscore 1 MP4.
Correct.
Um,
I did not engage with her.
and have you reviewed this court recording before?
I did.
It's true and accurate copy of what you received that evening?
Correct.
Okay, Your Honor, if I may approach 3 seconds.
Sure.
Okay, and did she say you're not saying anything?
Correct. I
Did
didn't
you
even,
engage with her all that evening?
absolutely not at all.
And how did you feel when she came up?
I was scared. Really scared. I mean, I'm scared a lot anymore. And I have cameras, extra cameras all over my house. I have cameras in my car now. I'm looking behind my shoulder every time I go out, and having to keep even going up into my home, having to just be aware more. And it's just, I never had that fear in my life. So
Okay, and this video we just played for the court, has that been filed?
I
You
did
ju-
file it, yes.
But you just gave it to me.
Oh, I have filed it with the police officer. Yes, and then he didn't get back to me. And then a new police officer said that everything wasn't completed or filed right. So then I gave everything to the new police officer the next day, and then I hadn't heard anything from him that day as well.
And this
So,
is the Lacey Police?
yes, I
Okay.
I contacted him right away after the incident.
Okay. And Your Honor, this file is not yet submitted to the court. This hard drive contains that file. I will file with Matt quick. So as to communications, have you ever sent a threatening communication directly to the respondent?
I think maybe at one time at the beginning, we were kind of just going back and
I
forth.
said threatening.
Oh,
a
no,
threat
no.
of bodily harm.
No, absolutely not. No.
And your initial, have you reviewed the text messages that the respondent has filed from you with the court?
I have. I believe they're half sent and not her responses. So.
Okay. And those text messages, what was going on at that time?
So she was having an affair and still lying about it. Yeah, and just kind of like calling me crazy, calling me all these things, that I am just delusional. And
Did you end up being delusional?
I have not. So in the end, it's come all out and everybody knows the truth now.
And did you file a picture of the respondent together with your husband with court?
Correct.
And how did you obtain that?
I had, so Google Photos was uploading on my daughter's tablet still, and that had came on her tablet.
Okay.
So
Nothing. Thank you.
Oh, no, sir. You're an asshole. Oh, is this the last case? No, this isn't the last case. But, did you hear that? Be careful where you log in and what you upload to where and who might be able to see it over there. Oh, ma'am. Just move on if he don't want you.
Ms. Spinks, could you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you swear and affirm the information testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. So I'll hear from you as to why you need an order against Ms. St. George.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like the order against Ms. St. George, because if you rewind a little bit back, when all these accusations were being made, and whether it was her reaching out to me, reaching back out to her and everything, she usually would message me a lot of volatile, intense things, as well as my husband, ex-husband, as well as showing up at our home, taking videos of our car, our kids. Walking
Tell me
around our-
about that taking the video of her coming to your home and taking that video.
What was that? What about
Tell
it?
me about that in more
Oh,
detail.
she, sometime in September, I was not home. I was with a friend, Caitlin Dresslinky, dropped me off at a dentist appointment, and she was babysitting my daughter. My husband was deployed, ex-husband was deployed in Thailand, and I think that her husband was not home, to my knowledge, from what she was saying to my husband. She showed up at my house, and she also texted me prior to that saying she wanted to talk. I said, I can't talk now, I'm busy. And so she kept calling me. She ended up going to our home, knocking on our door, our Ring camera caught it, walking around our property, taking videos of my car. I have a bunch of messages and videos that she sent to my husband. I didn't know how to send the videos in.
Some of the things are there. I see them.
Yeah. All the missed calls and everything like that while he's at work on a mission. And he's like, I'm not there. There's nothing I can do about it, but please leave my property, leave my family alone. She ended up saying, okay. And then after that is when I got all of the aggressive text messages from her. And you can also see my response in the pictures that I submitted. I also did say things, negative things, as well as she said them to me. At that point, I was just trying to defend myself because there was no affair at that time. Her husband and I were very close friends because she was having him always hang out with me, bring the kids over, pick them up. He would go to the park with us. He was always around. Usually she was not, unless we were going to their house. After that initial big reaction blow up, I tried reaching out to her. I have messages as well. She didn't want to talk about anything, any of the accusations. She kind of just ignored me and then talk about her own life and then bring me gifts, bring my kids gifts. And that just kept happening on and off for a couple weeks. Whenever I would bring things up, she didn't want to talk about them until I'm not exactly sure what the, and I also have messages as well. Me and my kids were outside my house. Her husband pulled up on a motorcycle, tried the helmets on with them. And then after that, he went home. She called me. I told her, hey, we just saw him. She then was upset with me, said it wasn't okay that he came to our house. I didn't have control over that. And I think that was the end at that point. But she started throwing all my kids' stuff in the dumpster, my son's special needs stroller, his therapeutic mattress. This was all at her house because they used to babysit for me. My daughter's pack and play. She said, sorry for cursing, that she wanted to take a shit in it and pull an Amber Heard. And that I have dirty skin, call me the N-word, F her, she's ruining my marriage. But she never.
Those in texts?
But she never
You
wanted
have
to
a
talk
copy of
to
those?
me. Yeah, some, not all of them. I got all of these from her estranged husband.
Did you show them to Mr. Leone?
I did.
Okay. Okay. What's your, you saw this video where I couldn't hear anything, but I did see there was interaction between the two of you.
At the school?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
explain to
yes,
me.
yes.
I heard her perspective. What's
Yes.
your perspective on that?
That was after I sent her a long message because the back and forth between not wanting to be friends one day, the next day wanting to be friends, giving us treats, not ignoring us, ignoring my kids, being rude to them. I just wanted space. I said in the message, I'm okay with our kids being friends. Me and my ex-husband are cool with your husband. But after all the things that you've been doing, driving by our house at night, coming over, taking videos of all of us, tailgating my car.
This is what you were talking with her about at school?
In the message I sent
Okay,
her.
no, I want to know what was going on at the school.
At the school,
Right.
I confronted her. I was like, hey, are you not going to respond to my message? Because in that message, I asked to have a conversation with her about all the accusations. She was like, no, I don't want to. I want to focus on my family. And I was like, okay, I'm walking with my stroller, but you keep talking to other people about it and showing other people pictures of me. Anyway, move on. We go. I'm going to the park with my kids. We do that every afternoon. Usually it was with her husband and their kids because she didn't do that. And a mutual friend of all of us confronted her about the throwing my kids' stuff in the dumpster and being like rude and involving the kids. And then that's when she started, that's when she started with her sister, talking loudly, talking about me, using my name. And then that's when I walked up to say, you have not talked to me about any of this. Each time I tried, you ignored me. So can you talk to me about it before you talk to other people? Puts her hand in my face, wants to ignore me. And I'm like, let's walk away from everyone because her and her sister were raising their voices. And I think you can also find most of this conversation too on her phone because she was recording everything at the time. That's why there is a still shot. And after we walked away from the kids and I handed my child off to someone, her kids were already away. Most of the kids were away. It was my baby, my autistic son, and maybe 2 little girls. You can see in the video, all the other kids were away. She was taking a video of me while we walked over because I want to walk away from everyone. But a teacher was over here and experienced the whole thing as well. The whole time saying, you didn't talk to me. We never talked about this. You can hear the tone of my voice on the video, I'm assuming. And she's yelling at me saying, look at you, you're crazy. Your husband doesn't love you. He doesn't respect you. You're pathetic. You're disgusting. You're gross. Look at you. You're manic, pointing up at me up and down. And I'm calling her husband, asking him because we were close friends. At this time, no affair. Ask him, can you please come get her? Because she's attacking me at the school and I don't want to be a part of it.
At this time, no affair, implying that afterwards she was like, you know what? I am gonna fuck him. Yeah, I didn't until now, but you know what? Now I'm gonna. Is that?
Anymore. And then after him, because we were close friends. At this time, no affair. Ask him, can you please come get her? Because she's attacking me at the school and I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And then after that, when you see us walk away, a teacher walked me into the office at the school. I did not go to see him. I was in the office talking to the teacher and the principal about the issue that just happened there, and they asked me to go, recommended, especially after her following us, recommended that I go and put in a restraining order, which I did, but she was already there and she had them tell me I need to wait. I was like,
So you
okay.
both went to the, that is news to me. You both went to the they're consecutive, they were filed consecutively, so
Yes,
they
we
were
were
very
there the
close in time.
exact same day. She was ahead of me and she had them tell me to.
So you're filing restraining orders against each other on the same day.
Yes.
Okay, hang on just a second. No, I'm asking her. I have another
Yes.
question about her about this. You know, Mr. Leone showed video of, or stills, I see, of your car going, he said that your car is going up and down her street. Tell me about
Yes,
that.
which I am a little bit confused about. I do have another friend at the very end of the cul-de-sac, but from the,
So you do know someone on the cul-de-sac?
yes, she introduced me to a lot of people on the cul-de-sac, and also there's another couple on the cul-de-sac who goes to school with my daughter as well. They're in the same class, Liliana. But at the same time, that night after the party that I was already at and she was also invited to, there's video of that. I do not have it. I think her husband does because she was punching him and yelling at everyone at the party intoxicated. After that night, she broke into his trailer and kicked him out of their home. And so my ex-husband and I said he can live on our property and at our house. And so he would also use my car and drive around and help me and drive my kids around. So that's the car. And that's what I said.
What's the story on filling out the request for a restraining order?
Yes,
Is that your,
so for that, once he heard that she did one on him, he found it online. He said that in their relationship, and I also have documentation too.
no, I'm asking how is it that you came to be the one? They're saying you filled it out.
Yes, he asked myself and a friend Kylie, she deals with Kylie, what's her name, last name, Kylie DeYoung. She deals with restraining orders and kids protection and all that kind of stuff. He said that he's not good with this. He's not good with words. I would like for you guys to help me fill this out and I'll tell you everything to write.
So Mr. Leone is
I have multiple witnesses.
representing, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and just I have multiple witnesses about that too.
So Mr. Leone represents Ms. St. George. She may have some questions for you.
Okay.
And if you have some questions for her on her testimony, you can ask them, but we're going a little bit out of order.
Okay.
And so, Mr. Leone, do you wish to cross-examine Ms. Finks?
Briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Finks, you indicated that there's an incident of alleged tailgating, correct?
Mhm.
And isn't it correct that you were both going to a children's football or cheer event that morning? Okay. So my clients,
There's a few more.
so my clients' children attend the same cheer, or daughter attends the same cheer event as yours, correct?
Yes, I'm the coach.
And further, regarding that case, regarding cheer, isn't it true that you told another cheer coach that you had a temporary order of protection against my client?
I told the head coach of TCYFL that I filed for one,
Okay.
and that mine did not get approved because she had already filed for one. But I wanted them to be aware of the situation and how at all these events, she records me and usually was kind of rude and disrespectful.
But you reviewed my client's declaration that was filed with the court, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and my client filed an additional text message from the cheer coach to my client stating that she had a temporary order of protection against her, correct?
Okay.
So isn't it true if the cheer coach is telling my client that she has a temporary order of protection, that she's restrained from you, then what's the disconnect? Doesn't it show that you affirmatively told the cheer coach something that was untrue about having an order of protection against me?
Wait, I'm confused. What was the disconnect? I told her that I filed something. Did I not?
Hold on, Your Honor, just hold it.
What a shit show. This is an absolute shit show. You guys got to get your shit together. That's what the judge was saying. Where are my fake little glasses? I want to look like a little librarian. Hi, Mr. Pole. Also, what's the temperature where you guys are today? For me, it's 49 degrees.
Yeah, I'm looking on the latest page for my client's declaration. One second.
Hence the sweater. Ooh, 44, cold. It feels like 47 here, and I have to work late tonight. I'm usually home by like 9:30 maybe, but tonight I have to work really late.
Your Honor,
Yes.
may I say something? Wait.
In a minute.
Sorry to slow down, Your Honor. I'm just trying to make sure this was made it in. Is the court in receipt of a supplemental declaration from my client?
When was it filed?
It should have been filed on 10/24.
Let me make sure I'm in the right court file here.
Next show's tomorrow.
One second.
I already caught a really good case for it tomorrow, so we might do
And then
two
was it,
shows,
which,
one
which,
morning, one afternoon.
was it filed in both cases? Or just,
Initial, and then we filed it in the cause number ending in 8, and then subsequently filed it as a response in the cause number ending in 9.
I'm not in charge of it, Mikey. The lawyer's terrible, but did you hear us calling you earlier? I doubt it. The first case you should probably make into a video because the guy swore at the judge a lot and put his little feetsies on the camera. So yeah, you might want to get on that.
I don't see it actually.
Which is
What? No.
yeah,
What do you, what?
so
what are you trying to say? What?
so I mean, but I wish I had the exhibit.
This is terrible lawyering, bro.
What's that?
Also, she's making me just like want to stick with my diet all day.
Yes, that's it.
Can you print that one?
Yeah.
This is some of the most roundabout shit in this case. It's so annoying. Don't issue the TPO. Send them all home. Say behave. Next.
Okay, so page 2 of my clients, or actually page 1 after the cover sheet.
Thank you. I'll have to owe you that back, but we'll discuss repayment later. But of course, I really did say it right away. I was like, oh no, a YouTuber better than I should make this into a video. But I don't know if you caught it. This one's a really roundabout case, but apparently she didn't fuck his man or her man first, but then she did. So how can I turn it off until we figure out the end of this, at least?
A text message here from Rachel from Cheer. Is my understanding.
I love all the fees, Bill.
That you are not allowed within 1,000.
Thank you, Mikey and Bill.
So if the cheer coach is saying that to my client about not being able to be within 1,000 foot of your daughter, isn't it true that you told the cheer coach that?
I think that text message by your client may have been misunderstood because in my messages to my boss, I was talking about how that is what I was going for in my petition.
Oh my god, my petition? First of all, thank you again, Bill, Mikey, and Donald with a Halloween treat. Thank you, Donald. That's amazing. Erica's just getting here. Don't worry, we're not done yet. Also, what? You had a big video this morning? Awesome. Everybody's going to check it out after this, I'm sure. I hope it went well.
And that I filed it and I did not get through temporary. We're still waiting for a hearing.
Okay.
Because that is what I put in my thing. So I don't
and
know.
though you were having an affair with my client's husband, you tried to make her think. You tried to.
Well,
tell
actually.
my client
Okay, so
that-
let him finish and then don't interrupt him and then you could respond when he's done.
And though you were having an affair with my client's husband, you repeatedly told her that it was not happening. Correct?
May I talk?
Yes, you can answer.
So prior to all of this, every single time she accused me or came up to me, there was no affair. We were good friends. The affair and emotions and relations started in the month of October, and that is after she came after me and my children.
Okay. And that recording at the school that
Yeah.
my client took
In September.
of you during this recording wasn't my client's not demeaning you, but instead just telling you why don't you call your own husband instead of calling mine.
Yes, I did both.
Wait.
So I was right. She didn't fuck him
Um,
before, but she certainly did
and,
after.
So when you buy, so the order of protection, so strike that. So the screenshots that my client has submitted to the court, you have reviewed these, correct?
Of our conversation?
Of you in your car, at outside Planet Fitness?
Yes.
Okay. And isn't it fair to say that you could have chose to not have encountered my client and just drove past her at that time?
Yes, but her husband was there. I went there to see him. He called me. She was speaking to him. He was leaning over her car when I went to see him because he asked me. So again, why would I know that she was there? I don't have a jack in her car.
Yeah, but the recording, okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
You wanted to say something, ma'am? You had your hand up.
Yes, I did. And honestly, it went in my head and went out.
So I have a couple of questions for your client there, Mr.
Yeah.
Leone. Tell me about the videotaping. Was alleged to have occurred at her place before all this came about.
Okay, so that videotaping, I had left clinical because I had told my husband I needed a hug, that everything was breaking apart. This was before the protection order, of course,
Yes.
and everything. And he said, no, don't come here with me. Don't come here with me. Still, I have this thing in my head that they're together. And so I had called her and I asked if everything was okay. She said, yes, I'm just at the dentist. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Then I said, well, I left clinical. I'll come talk now. So when I had went to her house, which I just entered the front, I went up and knocked on her door. She wasn't home. And that's when I had just took a recording of her not being home and the car seat being out of her. This is while my husband's still trying to call me, saying that he's not with her and all that stuff. And I had told her husband, I said, listen, this is what they're doing. Obviously, it's right at the beginning of everything. I'm hurt. We've had 17 years together, which I was later confirmed that in a recording with that talking with him, that I wasn't crazy, that they were together that day at Walmart. And that he had just dropped her off at the school without me seeing and drive back around. So she did have the baby with her and they were shopping at Walmart together. And he said this whole entire time you weren't crazy. Her husband had also reached out to me and said, I'm sorry that I doubted you.
What I asked you about was the videotape.
Okay, I'm sorry. So the videotaping. So yes, I had just walked to the front, just caught a recording, crying, saying, just up the front of the house that she's not here, that she's with him right now. And I had sent it to her husband. But it wasn't around the house. It was literally just up to the front door and back to my car.
And she also said some things about, you were gonna do some things with some of her child's belongings. What's
So-
your response to that?
So with that, I had put everything at the end of the driveway, not in a dumpster. It was just at my house. I had taken all their stuff out of my house, put it at the end of the driveway, sent a picture to my husband of all the things that he needs to put in the back of his truck to give to her, which she now has. He took everything over to her house the next day. So, and yes, she does have all the items. They were never thrown away. I would never do anything to hurt her babies. I loved those babies for a long time. So she does have all those items.
Anything for, I guess,
Hey, Matrix Media. Congratulations on starting your channel. Good job. I'm terrible at building channels. I do everything the wrong and hard way. So I wouldn't really take my advice, but you're welcome to watch and hang out. We talk a lot about YouTube stuff, but just keep trucking. Oh yeah, come on by the Discord. And good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. YouTube Daddy is a fickle master, and that's pretty much all my advice summed up. Not. Oh fuck. Honestly, my advice is don't do live streams. If you want actual advice, don't. Make videos. You'll be much more successful.
if I can hear argument from you there, Mr. And then I'll give you one final word there, Ms. Finks, and then I'll make a ruling.
Your Honor, before we move on, can I a couple questions along your line of questioning? So,
course, yeah, sorry.
the recordings, you sent those to her husband, correct, outside her home?
I did it.
Okay, and did he eventually respond to you?
He just said, because he didn't know at the time, he said, please, I don't want you going back to the house. And I said, it's mutual. I don't want her coming back to my house as well.
Okay.
So
But did he eventually acknowledge you?
he
and not
did.
ignore
He
you?
just, yeah, he did.
So, After you went to her home at that time, did you at any time after that seek subsequent contact with the respondent?
No.
Okay. And nothing further along that line. I can go over. So Your Honor, first off, as credibility, this whole case proceeds. It's easy to just play this off as two women fighting over a man because of an affair. But really, if the credibility for the respondent starts right there. The whole thing is, I'm not having an affair with your husband. I'm not having an affair with your husband. Well, turns out that they were. Credibility point two, we have these text messages with the cheer coach. The respondent goes before this court, asks for a temporary order of protection. It's denied. Yet what does she do? Try to litigate this in the court of public opinion and perception, and tell us, a cheer coach, that she has an order against my client. Those are both things that very much discount the respondent's credibility right off the bat. And then further, respect for this court's orders. There was a temporary order of protection that was in place. Is a fact that was violated. The Lacey police are in the process of blowing the investigation. I hope they do not. Is the basic principle that we always explain to defendants, to clients, whatever. If there's an order of protection in place, if it's no contact, distance, whatever, if you're at Safeway, if you're in a public place, you see that other party and you are the restrained party, you leave. You do not go and engage that restrained party. Unfortunately,
I just want to be clear to anybody in the chat, that is real advice. That's actually very good advice. Don't do live streams. It is detrimental to your YouTube channel. 1000%. So I'm being totally frank with you. If you look at channels that make videos more than they do live streams about court, they do 10, 20, 30 times better than a channel that just does live streams like me. So it's just literally apply your time to learn to editing videos. I, unfortunately, am addicted to a drug called attention, and that's why I do this.
this is what the respondent's been engaging. She's saying that she has a legitimate or lawful purpose into going into my client's neighborhood on multiple occasions because, oh, I know some people down the street. That's not what this scofflaw type behavior shows. This is stalking conduct. This is repeatedly following, harassing, approaching my clients, going near her house when she doesn't be there, etc. The incident that started this case at the school, it's pretty clear that there was a significant cooling off from my client. She may have gone to the respondent's home, taken videos of, oh no, my suspicions are confirmed, there is an affair, she's not there. But after that, going to the home and doing those recordings and having contact with the respondent's husband, no contact with the respondent whatsoever. Text messages between the parties are, she doesn't want to respond. She wants to give her space. She doesn't want to do the same.
I didn't bring this up, but I'm looking at text messages from her where she calls her a piece of S, an effing coward.
So the video.
Hang on, so a scared little bitch. I'm just kind of reading the highlights there. So there was response to text messages.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go ahead, you can continue.
But then the subsequent in-person interactions are totally coming off. My client seeks to disengage and was not, and it was before.
Yeah, that was before
any type of interaction. But the subsequent conduct after those are initially sent is my client presents at the school with we had those multiple recordings of, and she's seeking not to engage the respondent. She doesn't want any more of it. She's too mentally exhausted to engage, but the respondent cannot take I'm done for an answer. We can speak our minds to an extent. We have free speech in this country to tell people what we think about them, as long as it doesn't become harassing when it's no longer two-party combative contact. My client cooled off. The respondent couldn't take no for an answer. She continued to engage my client. Then there wasn't enough after that interaction, where my client really was seen in those videos multiple times trying to walk away. That wasn't enough. Then she has to go and file a retaliatory petition, help my client's abusive husband file a petition, which my client's abusive husband said was false. All the allegations in it were false. She fills it out for him, and it's not good enough to give it to a process server and say, I'm going to be this guy's paralegal. Okay, I'm this to a process server and go. No, she goes to my client's house to assist the process server. She has no legitimate or lawful purpose to be there, and she has a no contact provision.
Keep your hand down, man. You'll have accounts.
So there's that subsequent conduct, and then we have the driving by, and then we have the incident at Plan of Fitness where that contact shouldn't occur. My client has cooled off. There doesn't need to be an order of protection against her. And she cooled off before all of this happened. The respondent has spiraled. She's engaged in unlawful behavior. There needs to be a protection order with 1,000-foot restriction to really enforce the situation. But my client's being stalked.
Ma'am, I'll hear from you.
Yes, so, Your Honor, when it comes to all that, I feel like I have many more messages, videos, everything, that each time when the affair did start, it was after they had already moved out of their house, and then we decided to explore things.
Then it's not
I
an
have-
affair, it's a
what-
relationship. That's not an affair. Sounds like he was single. And you keep saying ex-husband. That's just a relationship.
Not have been able to tell her because of the order, temporary order, and because frankly, after what she did to my kids and myself and my husband and stalking us, driving past the house, I didn't owe her anything. And the slander, showing pictures of people, apparently, her talking to everyone, showing them pictures of me, and all I was doing was retaliating and asking her to stay away from me and my family. That's why I had the school involved. They switched my schedule up so I can go in and out when she was not there. And the cop also asked me to bring documents on the night that a third party was serving her. He asked me to go pick them up, so I did and brought them back because the people told me to. I have videos of all of that. I have all the videos of, she has videos of me talking that could probably prove my demeanor and everything, and how she was talking to me and how I was talking to her. Like, I honestly, Your Honor, I don't have much else to say because I also have like a bullet summary of all the events with her communicating, her wanting to be friends, not wanting to be friends. I wanted to discuss accusations, but she ignored me, throwing all my stuff away, my kids' stuff on the corner in the dumpster on trash night, telling her she was gonna shit in the, she's gonna
A
shit
picture of them in the dump, that,
in the trash.
did they actually go out in the trash?
No, because she told her husband to go pick them up and put him in a, she said, pick them up, but they're gonna get taken to the trash, and he did, and he brought them to us. She did not. Again, we got invited to a party, mutual friends, yes, but I was already there. She came up, pulling friends down, doing shots. We have the bar, I think, gave a friend the video of her punching her husband,
Facts not in evidence.
threatening the
Go ahead, ma'am.
the mutual friend Kylie. To me, I can understand how something could send her into a manic bipolar episode and wanting to hurt us and say these things. I understand that, but she never gave me a chance to talk to her pre-having an affair afterwards. I felt like I didn't owe her anything, and I don't know why that has to do with anything now. And that's it. I did not stalk her. I did not harass her. I was just trying to keep my stuff together, keep my kids safe, and
So here's the way I'm going to rule with regard to both of these. You know, I said at the outset, I don't think gave the opportunity to both folks just to walk away and let those things go. Neither party didn't want to do that. And so what I kind of hinted about happening is going to happen. I'm going to start with Ms. St. Jude, since it was filed first, in cause number 25000338. And I petition for an order against, it says listed as Collymore here, but is it Finkst?
Yes.
Is it, okay. Has it always been Finkst or is it?
maiden name Collymore,
Okay. all
current
right.
name Fink.
I just go with AK, under AK.
That's perfect.
Okay.
I'll go on it.
And so that'll be granted. The parameters of the order are you're not to have any contact, don't come within, or not any contact, don't cause any harm, don't engage in stalking behavior. The basis for the order is, well, there's a few things. First of all, if someone you're involved with ever asks you to help them write a restraining order against their ex, either girlfriend or wife, the only answer is no.
Okay.
And no, you can't be a part of that, and you need to see somebody else. And plus, furthermore, engaging in being a part of the service, going out there, that actually tells me a lot when you do that sort of stuff. Just hear me out, ma'am.
Oh, no,
I don't know either one of you, and all I can do is make decisions based on what's presented and kind of the impressions I get from living in the real world, frankly. And again, you just can't be involved in stuff like that, and that kind of tells me a few things. Now, maybe you were going up and down the street to see a friend down there, but also Mr. Leone is right in the sense that you need to be extra careful just to stay away and not be involved in that. And so that, and some of the text messages that go back and forth, I find that that's the basis for the restraining order. So I'm going to grant that order.
Okay.
With the order with Ms. Finks against Ms. St. George, I'm going to grant that as well. The type of behavior that I find that the basis for a no contact order is the language that I referenced in the text messages, calling her an effing coward, a scared little for lack of a better term, bitch, calling her a piece of shit. And that's the basis for when the whole order was started. Yes, things did cool off after the incident at school, as far as I can tell, but though you engaged in some alleged to have engaged in some future behavior, but the base of the order is that. I'm also troubled by the concept of going to someone's to videotaping and then sending that. I find that harassing as well. So orders will be entered both ways. There's not going to be a distance restriction. I don't find that there's been any threats of any violence against anybody. People say, well, I'm concerned about my children. You should be. And you kind of both should be thinking about what sort of example you're setting for these kids, because they're paying attention and they're picking up way more than you have any idea. So that's going to be my order. And orders, we're going to make copies of it. You can have those. And then once you get those, you're free to go. What, sorry?
I have a question.
What's your question?
Does part of these orders, does that also include, like, I'm gonna say talking third party?
Yes,
Because
and
there's been a
third-party
lot of like
contact, 30,
social
yeah,
media
30,
posts.
well, I mean, again, third-party contact is in the sense that, you tell a mutual acquaintance, hey, go tell Chelsea this or that,
Mhm.
that's a violation.
Okay.
Whether you put an opinion on social media, and that's Mr. Leone is also correct, that people can voice their opinion about other people and it's not harassing. The safest thing to do, which not everybody follows this advice, is don't say anything. Just forget it. Just don't have an opinion on anything either of you do from now on. And that might be hard, but that's going to be my advice to you both. So you can get copies of these orders.
Fees and costs.
I'm sorry?
Fees and costs.
Those will be denied. I'm not going to post those.
And
Wait, so they got orders against each other?
we have to leave. I have to leave and go to Mason County. So with the court's permission, I would like to take the order and leave with my client first.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Girl. Who's he talking to? Guys, listen, we're almost at 2 hours. I actually do have to stop soon, even though the court is going to continue. What is she eating? Ma'am? She's texting her husband right now. Anyways, we do have to get going, just for the end of the night. It's morning, end of the morning. You can hear the sirens coming for me, but in reality, diddly-dee, flu powder. Oh, fucking green screen today is just killing me. Anyways, in reality, I'm recording it already on my other computer, so we'll have something to watch tomorrow morning. What else was I gonna say? Oh, tonight, Carla, thank you for the invite. I cannot make it. I'm gonna be working till very late, but I hope you guys have a good time, and congratulations again to John. Good luck to everybody. Matrix Media, for sure. Reach out to the people in the chat, and good luck. The best advice I really do have for people wanting to do YouTube is to just do it. Everybody hates their first videos. Some people hate their last video. But if you never post a video, you never have something to hate. Anyways, do me a favor. In the meantime, remember that I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Okay, bye. Bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.
We got the ending, 007. We'll do the other cases tomorrow, but we got the ending. TPO's against everybody. Okay, bye.